Well, hey guys, welcome to Live Sessions with Steve. Today we're going to talk about, or I'm actually going to walk you through the whole process of how to write a smooth jazz instrumental cue with electronic elements. So, some of the things that we're going to be talking about is changing some of the smooth jazz kind of stuff that you'd normally hear, but making it a little bit more electronic, but not as far as like chill out kind of music, but somewhere in there. And so, this is for a brief, and so any of my students in my masterclass group, this is for you. This is going to be an awesome opportunity. So, so go ahead and let's go ahead and I'm going to open up the session here and show you guys a little bit about this. So let me just shrink this, get this up. Oh, I lost it. There we go. Pull that down. Here we go. So here's a little bit of just a little bit of what kind of the brief is looking for. We want it to, it has to be more than 100 beats per minute. Don't go unless you're doing like maybe half time or something. Actually, I probably would probably keep that 110 to 130. No, 130 would be top. Maybe 125. You'll find that going faster than that might be just a little bit awkward, or it won't be as smooth anymore. It'll be a bit more. It just won't be as. It'll lose the smooth feel. So now, just talking about the drums, you want to have it kind of looped. You really don't want it organic. You really don't. You want it to be an obvious kind of a looped kind of thing. Now, obviously, don't just grab a loop and use it. Go ahead and replace some of those elements, and you can keep that loop in there, but replace some of those elements, make it your own. Not many fills, if any. That's a big deal. So, as I said, it needs to feel like just a looped kind of groove thing that just sits there in the pocket. It needs to be super tight. Excuse me. It needs to be super tight. So when you're thinking, everything really needs to really sit, not loose. It can't be like out of time or anything like that, or out of tune, of course. Warm pads, think of making things smooth with no harsh frequencies. We're looking for a lot of warm, which could run into the trouble of being the mix could be a little bit muddy, because if you're looking for warm kind of sounds, could be a bit muddy. So we're going to have to kind of think of ways to kind of brighten this mix up a little bit more. The bass, it doesn't need to be super busy, and you might find that I might actually be simplifying some of the bass lines we have here. Keep it on the softer side. That's a big deal. I just keep reiterating that. Just keep it all on the softer side. The mix overall, make it warm. Look out for harsh instruments around the 2.5 K. They're a little bit harsher, so just look out there. And instead of horns and reeds as melodic instruments, try using softer electronic elements. And so I'm gonna talk about those as we go, and what kind of elements that would really work. So, all right, cool. Moving over. Let's dive right in. Let me just shrink this a little bit. And here we go. So, this is a couple of guide or reference tracks that I'll show you. I'll just kind of skip through a little bit so you can kind of see the flavor. Now, if you have a listen to the drums, they're very kind of looped, or very, very simple. Doesn't sound very organic either. We don't want it organic. Here's another one. Good, lots of reverb on that guitar. Very cool. Okay, so that last one is a little bit more organic. We want to keep it more in that electronic feel. This one here, the middle one I played was right in the pocket there, I think. Cool. All right, so now I have a wonderful track here already sent to me, and I'm going to finish this one up. This is by the super talented, phenomenal Jackie Clay. She's a phenomenal piano player, phenomenal composer and artist. So let's dive in. So this is, she sent me the MIDI here, so you can kind of see how I kind of start a track here. Let's kind of shrink. Let's just actually, this all should be up here, except for those two. I'm just getting my session kind of organized. So all my green channels here are my buses. So let me just put all the tracks above the buses and going down. So I organize things as drums up top, and then we go down to bass. I think she has a bass here. I like to color my bass red, just so I can see it really clear as an important element. Piano melody, we're going to send this to the lead vocal or lead melody. I do a lot of vocal songs, so lead vocal or lead melody is that's where that goes on my buses. I'm going to send the electric piano to, this looks like a pad, so we're going to send that to my strings bus. Let's just change the color a little bit. And over here, piano melody, let's just change the color. And piano just goes to piano. Okay, so now I have to trigger some instruments for those. All my drums, snares, shaker, reverse clap, very cool. Got a reverse clap in there. Very nice, that might sound really cool. I don't know what tempo this is. Don't think I have the tempo set out, so I'm just going to have to work out what it is. Let's go with the kick. Alright, so it looks like, I'm just looking at the grid here on, this is at 16th. This looks like it's a little, let's expand this out a little bit. Let's do 100 and just 100. See where we're at with 100. Looks like it's a bit too fast. Actually, before we do that, let's listen to the groove. So dun dun dun. So 3, 4, 1, and I think this is the one here. So it is on the one there, I think. Just have a keep listening. Yep, so that's on the one there. So let's, we're going to make sure make sure that's on the grid. We're going to find out what tempo it is. So this is how I find out what tempos are. I'll just move this over a hair so you can see it. So here is my tempo. So that's at 84. I think this is at 100. 104. Let's see. All right, so pretty close. It looks like it's a little slow, so this might be 105. Yep, it all lined up right to the end. So this is the last one, lines right up. So that tells me that it's that we are in 105. So let's just go back and bounce that from the beginning there. So we are in 105. Good. Let's move this back over. Okay, so we're on 05. I'm just going to make sure I grab all these. These all should be sent to the drum bus. And now I will also might be a little too many kicks for this song, but let's add a bass. I'm going to go to Spectrophonics Trillion. It's a bass. It's a really good bass one. And we're just going to go to bass instrument. Something's warm and smooth. Warm. Anything that sounds warm has the warm name on it. It's an upright. I don't think I want an upright. That's kind of an upright baritone thing. It's kind of cool. That's what we want. So I'm just going to add that. So bass there. Let's make sure we're listening to that. Bass Trillion. All right. Now we go to the piano. We're just going to add a simple piano just to get the idea going. Addictive keys, very simple. Make sure it's listening. Where's the addictive key? There it is. And we'll do the piano melody. We'll just copy that down just for the piano melody. And then we're going to do like a Rhodes or something here. Rhodes, and we might use some retro instruments on that melody as well, but just for the Rhodes. We'll see. We're going to play with these sounds. Listen to the Rhodes. Listen to the... Oh, let's have a listen. That's not warm. Let's get rid of that. Let's go to this other one. That was one I haven't used and can't remember last time I used that. Funky Rio. I like this one. And then you can go to Old School. Okay, the first thing I want to do is too many kicks. I think it's too many kicks. A bit busy on the kicks. Easy. Yeah, I think that'd be bad. Just dropping out that last kick. Maybe we'll do something on the fourth one. Actually, we've got a snare doing something, so I'm just going to copy and duplicate this now. Fade that beginning part. We've just got 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. This kick at the beginning, maybe no, I'd like it in there. Okay, so let's just make sure these are 1, 2, 3, 4 in the grid. You can see the grid there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 measures. So go right here, and I'm going to make that all just make it easier so it's more of a loop, so more I can kind of see it really clear there. And there we go. Let's have a listen to the snare. Let's get this shaker snare. Let's bring the snare up to the kick. Love that reverse clap, that's cool. Okay, so there it is, reverse clap. Very cool, I like that. Okay, so we have a cymbal over here. Let's add that to the... Nice to finish off on a nice little cymbal. Nice ring out. Cool. Okay, so we got that. Okay, so now let's put a little bit of some EQs on stuff just to kind of start getting going. I don't want anything low in that snare thing, in that hat thing. I want a lot of high stuff because, as I said, I don't want anything to kind of jump out, but I want some sparkle in there. Let's get rid of this. We're going to copy this up to a few of these other instruments, but I'll adjust it from there. The clap might be fine. Snare. Actually, I should have just done default. It's a tiny bit organic, but it's actually not too bad. I'm going to be grabbing another snare in a second here. What's this clap like? Oh, that's great. I love that. Oh, of course it's got the That's great. They might need to go down a little bit, but those are good. And I'm actually going to start with these. Needs to be a bit warmer on that one. That's cool. I'm not 100% sure about that sound. I want something a little bit more electronic. So let's just go to something else, like a pad or something. Um, let's see if Retro Machines has anything. There's like a pad, maybe a string melody. Super JP. Let's see if there's anything here. No, I don't know if the retro one's really what I'm looking for actually. Save changes, no. So let's go find just a pad, a nice pad. There might be something here. Let's see. Whatever. Okay, it's too old, so I think I got the wrong one, but that's alright. I wonder if that's because it's... I don't think so. We'll see. Yeah, alright. Save. See if anything here. That's great. I like that. That's great. So we're going to stick with that for now. All right, I'm gonna grab what do you call it? A reverse symbol thing. Where's this? Steve's Organic Sample Pack. I do like some of these white noise. A few of these. As it loads. Come on. It's thinking about it. As long as it doesn't stay on the beach ball of death. Okay, so what other elements we're going to put in here? We're going to put electric. We've already got bass. We're going to delete these two tracks. And come on. Uh-oh. So I guess it collapsed on us. So, alright, so let's go ahead and open it back up. So this happens to everyone. Just crashes, and sometimes as I'm recording as well as like recording video as well as my computer. I need to get a new computer, I think. It's too much for it. So as this loads, this is one thing that I do go back to. I did just save, so it's really good. There we go. So hopefully it will open. We've probably got to clean up get rid of some of the software that I'm not using. Come on. And so over here as well, I've got some, I'm probably going to add some snares. I'm looking for something, an electronic snare that's small and not too harsh. I like that. All right, so what do we get up to? What do we lose here? I think we didn't lose anything, actually. So let's get rid of some of the stuff we don't need. I also noticed over here I have a ton of tracks here that I don't even need. I don't even know what these are. They've got Melodyne sitting there. Just get rid of all that stuff. Alright, here we go. Simplify this session. And we don't need BV. Master mix acoustic guitars. We're not going to have acoustic guitars. We've got piano. We've got bass. We've got strings. We have drums. We have reverb. And we have electric guitar. I'm not got any electric guitar here. Alright. Save. Cool. Okay, so let's go back to this beat. We want to add a shaker in here. So not a shaker, a electronic kind of a hat, kind of a trap hat, or a hip hop kind of. I call them sprinkler systems. So it's like a as the sprinkler goes over. Where is it? Let's try. Let's go to just drums. I want drum kits. Let's just go to drums. There we go. It's got a ton of stuff in it here. So for anyone who's not sure, I have a little keyboard over here, just a little piano keyboard, MIDI keyboard, and I'm just triggering sounds. So we were looking for a snare. I like that one. It's a small snare, still a little bit too big for what I think, but that's what we want. Alright, so we're just copying that other snare. Let's just make sure it's in time. Just quantize it. So I'm following this one, tick it down. If you have a look at this one's a little light. It's a little light as well. It's a little light too, I think. So that's another thing just to make it super tight. It's got to be tight. A lot of reverb on that snare. Let's go and see if we can pull down reverb. I think it's in those hits. So one thing we can do, if that's the sound that we're going to get, if that's the sound it's giving us, just drag this MIDI down to a audio. Let's go in and just see if we can get rid of some of that. Oh, hang on. Okay, so it wasn't inside it that you couldn't change it. I've actually got it sending to some reverb, so I didn't see that. So I don't need to do that. But now that I've got that, it'll save some space. That's a lot better. Make sure it's going to the drums. Yeah, great. Now let's do some hats. Those sprinklers. Gotta find a That's it. Da 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 da. That's what I'm gonna do. Alright, we only need 4 measures. Let's make sure that's super tight. Let's go to 30 seconds. See if that's right. I'm just lining these up to the grid. I think that'll be fine on 16, so let's just do that manually. I did 32s and something happened, it was weird, but 16 should work, I think. We'll see. Perfect, that's what we want. So I don't know why it gets rid of that first one. There we go. So we're just going to duplicate that 30 times, which is probably going to be way too much. We'll see. Oops. Way too many times. That's all right. As I said before, I want a lot of sparkle. I don't want, I want to be careful around that 2.5 for, you know, some of that upper mid-range, 2.5K, you know, just around there. It's like, where is it here? So, yeah, about 2.5, you know, I just want to be careful. I just don't want that to get in the way, because that's a bit of a frequency that you want to make sure it's not in the way. Something's here is weird. I think it's this one. So we're going to make sure that's on 4. 4th measure. All right, cool. I think we're happy with that so far. We might simplify some of these pads. Let's just say just make it simpler as we're starting. I'm just going to copy that. You know what? I'm actually going to see if this works. I'm going to drop it down an octave. Yes, that's what we want. Now I just need to copy this down here. That's where the piano is going to come in. And let's go over to, let's save before we do anything there. Let's go over and do one of my favorite pianos, and I've been using it for a long time. I absolutely love it. It has my sound. it's the sound I'm always hearing, and it's great. It's kind of like a go-to guitar. Where is it? Native Instruments. It's called Emotional Piano. Oh, yep, there we go. Emotional Piano, and I believe it's by Sound Iron. So let's go to the jazz. Yep, Sound Iron Emotional Piano. Yeah, it's a great piano. It's very warm, very soft, very emotional. All right. Oh, it's too heavy for this. All right. I saved just before, so that's good. Here we go again. Yep, that's what you get. That's what you get when you're working a computer. This computer's only, this is a Mac Mini, back in 2018, I think, so it's about 3 or 4 years old. Mac Minis aren't super powerful, but they're, you know, the new technology is always better. So if you just upgrade to I'm just probably just do another Mac Mini. To the latest technology when everything else is caught up. All the M1, M2 chips and all that kind of stuff, when it's all caught up to the DAW life. When I guess I should say when the DAW has the right software and the right updates and everything that will work on those new chips, then you get. I'd probably get right now today. I think the M2 chip is the latest one. I'd probably get the M1 chip because everything's ready, everything's working on it, and it's like you don't have things that are like won't work on it. All right, what did we get? So it didn't allow me to get to that keyboard. So let's do that again. Down to Emotional piano. Here we go. There we go. Look how fast that was. Okay, so let's just make this it. That's beautiful. Okay, so now I'm going to put a little bit of delay, just kind of process it up so it's not as organic. Let's do, where is it? Oh gosh. Okay. One didn't save it either. Let's just have a look here. One more time. If that doesn't work, I'll have to pause the video and come back to it when we're. Let's see. Make sure everything else is closed. Yeah, it's just too heavy to record video as well as recording and playback of music. I can actually slow down my buffer size as well because we're not recording anything. So this is another little technique you can do. Just make the buffer size a little bit bigger because that creates latency, but I'm not recording anything, so that might be work. I can actually probably go all the way up. And let's just double check, get rid of some of these elements if we don't need. We don't need these mastering things on right now. They take up a little bit of room. Don't need that. Don't need that. This will make things just a little bit easier to run. I think I could actually just print that down as well. And get rid of Nexus. Nexus isn't that heavy. This is just making things run a little bit smoother. Alright, so we are going to save this. What's our hats? Save. Alright. Now we're going to go through and try and do that piano one more time. Where was it? Native Instruments. I'm going to do the light one. See if that's better. Then we'll save it. All right, there we go. Save. Nice. All right, save. I'm going to save 100 times every minute now. Okay, now we'll put that reverb on. I'm going to send it to some reverb, just make it a little bit more smoother, softer. Oh, I think we might find another kick as well. Something a bit lower. I'm looking for I'm hearing a certain frequency. I don't want to take it all out, but I just want to drop out this certain frequency I'm hearing. There it is. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's nice. Now I just want something a little bit lower down there. Let's save. Let's go over to Splice. I'm going to add another little kick here. Let's do snare, do kick. I'm listening. I'm looking for something really low, almost 808-ish. Just something that's really just thick and low. I don't want any high stuff in it. I don't want loops. Okay, so if you ever listen to those kicks, there's some high stuff in there kicking. I don't like that. I don't want that. That's not bad, but I can hear it. There's still a little bit of distortion up there. I don't want that. Hear that? I just want something smooth and long. Oh, I kind of like that. It's got some fuzz in it. I don't like the fuzz. It's pretty cool. Yes. That's what I want, except for it's got a loop in it, but I might be able to cut that. That's the one I want. Just want to make sure it's right on. Make sure it goes to the drums. Where's my other drum? Kick. Make sure it's on the right kick. Oh, right there it was. All right, kick is right here. Splice, kick. Right there. Trim that. Whoops. Yeah, I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm actually going to make some more low stuff on it as well. Alright, I got that wrong. I think it's this one. Actually, I think that's the first. There we go. Yeah, it looks good. Too many, but that's all right. Okay, so I just got rid of that EQ because I found the other kick that I want, and I just wanted to make it a little bit thicker. So I can actually just leave this, go back to default. Except I will take a little bit of that high out. Yeah. Yes, that's exactly it. So that was right about 3K. That I just didn't want that crack of the or the snap of the kick there. Oh, look at that. So that one's actually late. Is that on all of them? I'm hearing like a flanging thing on one of the kicks. And there it is right there. See, it's late. So I'm just going to make sure I get that, cut that right, make sure it's clean in time with the others. After you do this so many times, you end up just hearing, you just know what, it's the same things that happen all the time, you know, it's like and you just know what it is, and you're like, oh, let me have the kick, and it's the same stuff over and over again. You know, the same things you hear, and it's like, okay, that one's not super tight, that's what that is. So just more the more times you play with your music, you get to just hear and know exactly what that is that you can hear that's going on. So this will make it tighter, making these line up right on that attack. Look, that's right on. What about this one? Yep. What about these guys? Whoa, look at that guy. Okay, they'll create a flange. This one, yep, that's late too. Is this one late? Or early, I should say. Yep, both of those are early. That's what I was hearing. Alright, I think this is the first beat. Let's get rid of that. Good. Okay, let's have a listen, see if that's it. These guys here, I might put a little bit of reverb on these. Send them to the reverb bus. Yes, love it. All right, now we're going to add just a couple more things before we wrap up this one, and then we'll go to the live session. So a couple little things I'm going to add is, where's that reverse symbol? Samples. There it is. So percussion, white noise riser, those are pretty cool. And this reverse symbol. Open. Oh, not again. Oh, there we go. So that's a very chill out kind of sound, but I think it might sound good, and might sound good in here. I'll put it halfway, turn it right down. Let's move these over here. Let's do a little reverse thing up to that. And that actually needs to, I need to flip that and do it, needs to run into it and then fade out. What do you call it? Reverse symbol. Reverse symbol to a symbol hit. Let's see if that works. See how that symbol's going down? It's losing the attack. The attack is right there. So I'm going to move that up. That's it. I like that. Well done. Great job, Jackie. She's written a nice little ending to this, and it comes in with a shaker there as well. That's really nice. Very nice. Let's see if those risers are right. All right, one little last thing I like to add is a triangle. Very smooth, jazzy. So triangle. So here's a little thing. I think I used this one a few times in the last couple of ones, so I'm going to use something different. Let's just make an excuse to use up a credit here. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's use that one. Save. Go to the drums. Now what are we going to do? We're going to come with a... I might do a tap, then a ring. But I don't know where. Or something like that. Maybe that's too far. I do like, maybe it's too much. Did it down on an upbeat or something. Down. Got to make one a little shorter than the other. Yeah, a little bit. I like that, but it's too. I want it on an offbeat somewhere or something. Let's just loop this and I'll play with it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to make these just a little bit more muted. Too much. And we're going to get a lot of we're going to crank up the really make it sparkle. It's too much now. Oops. I think I like the positions of them. There might be too many of them. Save. Okay, now we're going to go, I'm going to do a little, I might put a little bit of flux or something on this. This is a, I just bought their whole library or whatever of their stuff last Black Friday and just been playing with it. It's got some nice sounds. I really like this company, UJam. Let's have a listen to what this is. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. Oops. Very, very cool, actually. I'm going to come back to that another time, but not for this track. This track needs, I just want a delay. Some sort of simple delay. I'm going to go back to this one. Valhalla delay. That's where I might come in. I think I'm going to come in after that reversible. Very nice. Very nice playing. All right, so let's save, and then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add another element here of not a piano, but a some other cool sound. I do like the retro sounds, but let's go with something different. Maybe we'll go to Serum. I'm going to add another electronic element in here. So let's find an electronic melodic kind of thing. I have a few things with Splice that I like. No, I don't know about that. I kind of like it. Let's see what else we got. Love that. I might add these shakers, go back and add them, do 2 measures when that whole last section. Very cool. Okay, I think we're going to wrap it up for today. So, let me bring this up. So hopefully that's been good for you. Now what we're going to do is in the live session we're going to finish this up. So we're going to be doing lots of just fine tuning. And one of the things, I'm just looking at the time now. It's been about an hour and 17 minutes working on this with the one sound over my ears, and now's a great time to take a break. So I always try to. Usually about an hour I need a break, so I just rest the ears, and then you come back with the fresh ears, and you're just like everything's just so much faster, and it's more correct, more right. So we're going to leave it there, and then tomorrow we're going to, well, in the next video, we're going to do live sessions. So you'll see the live session. You can ask me all about the different plugins that I'm using, and we'll finish this track up. We'll get it mastered and mixed and mastered, and having those fresh ears will really help us. So awesome, guys. Well, I'll see you in the next one.